Peace and blessings, y'all. This is Isa Ahsan, and I just landed here in Baltimore. I'm gonna go for a quick tour of the city. I got off the plane, took a train, and then stopped for a quick bite of Lebanese food at Byblos Lebanese Cuisine. And what a great idea it was to grab this and come out here for a picnic on Federal Hill. The decor of Byblos was beautiful, but I felt more inclined to come and enjoy the skyline here in Baltimore. I'm sure you can agree it's quite a beautiful city. So beautiful walking through the interwoven maze of streets between antiquated brick buildings, lined with a mosaic of different shops and restaurants from all different cultures around the world. So I hope y'all will enjoy, and as for now, I will try to enjoy my falafel wrap up here overlooking the city. And my next stop is the Visionary Art Museum of Baltimore, which leaves quite an impression on the surroundings with its mosaics and beautiful sculptures. The American Visionary Art Museum was like no other museum that I have ever seen. It's so unique. Each piece brings you to a different world, a different reality, helps transport you to other landscapes in your mind. The museum started off with one of my favorites, Alex Gray, moved on to other artists, which I didn't know by name, but I'll be sure to look them up now after this. And of peculiar interest was in the bottom, in the bathroom area. I'll just show you. Wow. There are plenty of pieces of art outside, as well as a bird's nest, which you can actually come inside. It's a balcony overlooking the city. How wonderful. Miles of paths line the waterfront of the inner harbor here, which provides the perfect route to some of the most popular destinations in the downtown area of Baltimore, like the Maryland Science Center behind me, the Trade Center and Observatory across the way, as well as the National Aquarium, which is a beautiful, one of the largest and most highly rated aquariums in America. And there are so many other destinations. Hopefully I'll be able to show even just some of them in this video. There are historic boats floating in the harbor, as well as charters, cruise ships, and tour boats. They even have a historic submarine, and you would not believe they have Loch Ness monsters and historic looking children's boat. Or maybe it's a dragon, I don't know. Or maybe it's a dragon that turns into the Loch Ness monster. That would be the coolest option. What on earth is that? Restaurants now fill this historic power plant that sits just down the way from the National Aquarium, alongside all the other attractions of the inner harbor area. Nice coffee shop in the Barnes & Nobles above the waterway. Here in the World Trade Center of Baltimore, you get sweeping panoramic views of the inner harbor area. You can see the National Aquarium below me there, the Federal Hill Park where I started this trip, and then the boardwalk or the walkway, the waterway. From here you can see all of the attractions and all of the architecture downtown. You get such great distant views. And apparently San Francisco, California is only 2,464 miles. So, oh, I think I see it over there. I'm just kidding. And that's the direction that I'm headed next. But first, there is nowhere to go but down. This is trash, literally. There's a beautiful shopping space here on Market Street. Now Liquid Earth, but really more like Liquid Heaven. This place is so good. I had to stop here at Liquid Earth to get some juice in my system, as well as some juice in my phone. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. That's perfect. Stuff is too good. I don't even think I needed that other cup. Delicious looking vegan chili, and I think that this is like Excalibur's spoon. I am the chosen one. Bismillah. Now I've made it to the East Harbor region of Baltimore, where there is a beautiful town center with an interesting sculpture in the middle. There are, of course, the miles of waterfront walkways with the restaurants and shops lining the side of the sea, and beautiful smiling faces everywhere that you look. Now I'll take the subway from the shot tower, which is named that because it's actually a historic gun factory, interestingly enough. To Graffiti Alleyway on the far north side of town with such beautiful, unique, personal artwork from this area. And I really do think that it's art. Some people have a problem with this type of painting, but in reality it's just one form of expression, one form of beauty, and it's like a form of calligraphy, modern calligraphy if you think about it. So really interesting, really beautiful, and a very alive location. Probably my last stop on the tour for the day, Washington Monument in Baltimore. Not as cool as the Washington Monument in DC, but still quite monumental, for lack of a better term. After this, I'm going to take a train to DC, and then I'll be there for the next 4 days, inshallah, if God wills. I wish I could have made it into the Peabody Library. It looks phenomenal, looks magnificent, but unfortunately it closed at 1 o'clock p.m. today, and I was just getting here off the plane, so maybe next time, maybe I could stop back through, we'll see. So I've been in DC now for 4 days, which is the end of my trip here. And I was planning on trying to go back to Baltimore between here and Philadelphia, but unfortunately it doesn't look like I'll be able to make it. Although I did miss the Peabody Museum, and I did miss Fort McHenry, which I had intended to go to. But in retrospect, the trip was amazing. Every street was so beautiful. They were all lined with art and culture and history, and simply beauty and attractive sights everywhere that I looked. It was amazing there. The Inner Harbor area was perfectly picturesque. The Visionary Art Museum was filled with exquisite pieces and deep philosophical quotes along the walls. Really, it was an amazing time. I only wish that I would have been able to stay for longer, but maybe sometime in the future, inshallah, if God wills. And until then, peace and blessings. Be sure to subscribe and like and leave me a comment.